Hello there everyone, the Jedi Brick here. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Obviously you can see my face and everything again, and that is because I was on the tiermaker.com website and I saw something that was very interesting and I wanted to make a video about. So on this tiermaker website, I'm sure you've all heard of it before, you can just rank different things. There's stuff for food, there's stuff for movies, everything. So I went on and I was looking at Lego Star Wars, seeing what they had on there for tier list for Lego Star Wars, and one that caught my eye was all Lego Star Wars Clone Troopers ranked. So I was taking a look at it, and I thought it would be cool to make a video about it, ranking every single Lego Star Wars Clone Trooper. I don't think it has the 2024 Clone Troopers. I think it goes to like 2020 or 2022. So it's not going to have everything, but I thought it would be fun to take a look at what they have on there and put them in a tier list. Of course, this is all going to be my opinion. So let's dive in. So taking a look at what they have here on the tier list, we have stuff from 2002 with that original Clone Trooper. Let's see, we have the Bad Batch down here. We have the Phase 2 Cody, so this does go to 2020, 2021, around that area. So it does have some of the modern stuff, doesn't have the stuff that came out last year, doesn't have the Phase 2 Rex, doesn't have the 332nd with helmet holes, doesn't have the 501st ones from that new battle pack. So there is a few things missing, of course, but this is a very sizable amount of Clone Troopers. So let's just dive in. I'm not going to start off in order. I'm going to start off with one that I think a lot of you guys know is my favorite, one of my favorite clones at least, and one that I wish they would remake in modern day. We have the 442nd Clone Trooper from that 2005 Revenge of the Sith set. So I'm going to put this over in S tier. Just because I love green Clone Troopers. I made a bunch of videos showing you guys how I made my own custom Clone Troopers. Check those out if you haven't seen them, but I really like green Clone Troopers. Don't really know why, I just think they're very cool looking. But anyways, let's see what else we have here. This Phase 1 Gree is very nice as well. Again, another green Clone Trooper, but I like the green Clone Troopers. I'm going to put this one up in S tier as well. So actually I'm going to be making some content with some of the parts of this minifigure, so stay tuned for that. That should be coming in the next few weeks or so. But anyways, let's start off in order from now, I guess. We have the 2002 original Phase 1 Clone Trooper. This is a very nice looking minifigure. The torso print and the legs are the same for the 2005 Phase 2 Clone Trooper. The only thing that's different is the helmet, which I do like the helmet print and the helmet mold for this minifigure. It would be cool if we got some variety when it came to those sets. Like, it would have been cool to get some yellow striped ones or something like we saw in Attack of the Clones. We only got the white ones to my knowledge, but I have seen people like paint them and stuff, and they do look very cool. A kind of pricey minifigure. They go for around $20 or $30, I think, which is quite a lot for just an exclusive helmet. But I am going to put this one, I think, B tier, because I do think it is a very nice looking minifigure. It's very simple, and that's something that I like about it. The next one we have here is the 2005 Shock Trooper. This one came in that one of the first battle packs ever made, actually. Never got my hands on this one. I do have one of the regular Phase 2 ones, but this one is very cool. I think I'm also going to put this one in B tier. I don't know, something about it just doesn't look right. I'm not a huge fan of the 2005-ish, like the helmets. For some of them, they don't really look good. I think all of the printing makes it look a little too weird. But anyways, next we have I believe this is a V-Wing pilot. It's from the same era, from like 2005. I don't know, I'm not really the biggest fan of this one. It does look nice. It has the same blue legs, the same blue arms, but I don't know, it just isn't really the minifigure for me. So I'm going to put this one, I think, in C tier. Not a horrible minifigure, I just don't really care for it. The next one we have here is the 2005 regular Phase 2 Clone Trooper. This one is a very cool one as well. Very simple, kind of like the 442nd one, where there isn't just a whole lot going on, kind of like the phase 1 as well. I'm going to put this one in B tier as well, a very cool, very nostalgic, and iconic minifigure. This next one is the same minifigure, but it comes with this jetpack accessory. Um, it really isn't a different minifigure, it just has a different like side build. I'm not even really gonna rank this one because it is the same minifigure, just with a backpack kind of accessory. So, I'm just gonna leave that one there. This next one is the 312th Clone Trooper. I don't think this is supposed to be a 212th Clone Trooper. It's more yellow than it is orange. At least that's what I think. I'm not really sure what this is supposed to represent. Could be wrong about that though. But it is a nice looking minifigure. It's kind of like that 442nd one up there, where it's just kind of more simplistic. There's something nice about that. I'm going to put this one in A tier because I do think it looks very cool. This next one is pretty much the same minifigure, just with a pauldron. I'm going to put this one in A tier as well because I do like the way that pauldron looks. It is a bit oversized for the Clone Troopers, but I still think it looks very cool. The next one, we have the 91st Clone Trooper. This is another kind of exclusive, more valuable one, I would guess. I can't remember which set this came in, but I do think it looks very cool. I'm going to put this one in A tier as well, just because I do think that one looks really cool. I like the printing on the helmet there at the side, and I like the chest printing as well. This next one, we have the 442nd Kashyyyk Scout Trooper. This is a very, very valuable and expensive minifigure. I personally don't really see a whole lot of the value in there. It does look cool, but I don't know. Sometimes I think LEGO Star Wars fans overhype certain minifigures. I think this one is certainly one of them. The printing on the torso and everything does look very good. It just really isn't for me. I'll put this one in C tier, I think. Now this next one is another shock trooper, but the only difference is it doesn't have the black hips. Everything else looks the same. I'm not sure really what the difference between these two are, if they came in different sets or not. I'm just gonna leave this one out because it essentially is the same version as the shock trooper. But this next one here is another very famous. Oh, never mind. That's not what this one is. This next one though is a very cool one. This is the Clone Wars style Phase 1 pilot. I think this one came in the 2008, 2009 gunship, the one with Asajj Ventress, Ahsoka Tano, Captain Rex, and Commander Cody, I think. I'm not too sure which minifigures came in that set, but this is a very, very cool looking minifigure. I like the torso print on there with the chest tube things. That looks very cool. I like the printing on the helmet. I do think the more movie style one does look better though, so I am going to put this one, I think, in C tier. It is a cool minifigure. I just think there's a cooler version of it. Now this next one is the Phase 1 Captain Rex, one of them. There is another one later down on this list, but the difference between that one and this one is the visor. This one has the visor instead of the rangefinder. Again, I'm not sure if there's like really a difference between those two, just choosing an accessory, but I do think the rangefinder one looks better. I don't really remember Rex using a visor at all in the Clone Wars, but still, it is a pretty cool minifigure. I think I'm going to put it in B tier. This next one, though, I like a lot more than the Captain Rex. We have the Commander Cody from the Phase 1, and this one looks very nice. I like the simple, just orange stripe at the top of the helmet. You have the orange arms and the exclusive torso print. This one looks very, very cool. I don't really like the gray armor for him. I think the black would look better. I'm not sure how accurate it would be. I just prefer the black armor over the gray, but I'm going to put this one in A tier just because I do think it looks better than the Captain Rex. This next one is a regular clone trooper with a rangefinder. Again, not sure how this is really different than the regular Phase 1 clone troopers that we got from the Clone Wars. You're just putting on a different accessory similar to the backpack clone trooper. So I'm not really going to rank this one. And also the next one is the same thing, just with the rangefinder on a different side, which is kind of weird. Not sure how really accurate this list is to what we got in those sets, but a lot of you guys know more about the Clone Wars sets than I do, so if I'm wrong about some of the stuff, just let me know in the comments. But this next one is just the regular Phase 1 Clone Trooper from the Clone Wars era, and doesn't have the rangefinder accessories on there at all, but I'm just not going to count those two because you could just easily put one on here. This is a very simple minifigure, very nostalgic to me. I have a few of these guys. I got a bunch of old Star Wars sets from my neighbor, like years and years ago, and there was a lot of these guys in there, so kind of nice and like fond memory that I have with these clone troopers. So really for that reason, I'm gonna put these guys in A tier. These are really nice clone troopers, and I would love for LEGO to make more Phase 1 clone troopers. We've been getting a lot of Phase 2 clone troopers, and it would be nice if we just went back a little bit and got some Phase 1s. This next one is another very expensive one. This is the Phase 1 Commander Fox. I believe this one came in like one of the shuttle sets or something. I'm not really sure. I might be thinking of Wolf though, but this is a very cool one as well. You have that really nice torso print, and you have the helmet on there. Looks very, very nice. I love this minifigure. I'm going to put this one in A tier as well. Move him up there. This next one is a clone commander or a clone sergeant. It's the same thing as the Phase 1, just you have different accessories on there, but I do think this one is different enough to put it on the tier list because it has, it has the pauldron, it has the comma, so I'm going to put this one, I feel like, in A tier as well. Just getting that armor and stuff is very cool. Now this one, the Phase 1 Gunner, this one came in that battle pack set just like the regular Phase 1 Clone Trooper. This one looks very cool. I like the printing on the helmet, and it has the gray arms and a little bit of printing on the torso. I'm going to put this one in A tier as well. I really don't think there's that many bad looking clones. I just think, the ones that are lower, they're better versions of them. So, I mean, this isn't probably going to be the most interesting tier list to watch. There isn't a lot of in S tier right now, but I promise you there will be later on in this video. This next one, it's pretty much the same thing as the last one we ranked, but it's the different color. It's in the black instead of the gray, so I'm going to put that one in A tier as well. I do like the black over the gray anyways. This next one, we have the Clone Trooper with a jetpack on there. Not sure I don't think I'm going to rank this one either, just because it does have a different accessory there. Actually, no, I am. I think I'm going to put that one in A tier as well. I do like the white jetpack that we get there. This next one, though, finally we're getting some more variety. Here is the Senate Commando. This came out in 2 sets. I believe one of them is actually different. Yeah, one of them we had arm printing or leg printing for. This one we didn't. This is the first version. So I'm going to put this one a bit lower because I do think the one with the leg printing is better. I'm going to put this one in D tier, I think. Not a horrible minifigure. There's just a better version of it that came out later on. But this next one is the V-Wing, or no, this is just a regular Phase 2 pilot. This one is a lot better than the other one we saw. It's a different version of it, but I do like the visor and stuff you get there. The helmet mold is really cool. I'm going to put this one in B tier, I think. It's not a really bad minifigure. I do like it a lot. This next one, I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be. Oh wait, it's the same one as... Yeah, they just put the same one on here again. I'm not sure why they did that. The printing did look a little different on the helmet, but it's the same thing. This next one is... I think this one is the V-Wing pilot. Yeah, this one's kind of similar to the other one, but it has a different face print and stuff on there. I'm going to put this one in C tier as well. I just don't really care for it that much. But anyways, this next one, the Senate Commando Captain or something, the commander. This one is very cool as well. You have a different torso print, with some white lines and stuff on there, same as the helmet. This one is very cool. We did get another version of this one in that battle pack, so I'm going to put this one, I think, in C tier. The only reason it's above the other one is because it has that extra printing on there, which I do think looks very cool. This next one we have a ARF Trooper. This isn't the one from the battle pack. It might be from one of the battle packs. I'm not too sure. I'm not really confident to make a firm statement, but this is a cool one. I like the helmet. I'm going to put this one in B tier. This next one we have the Horn Company Sergeant, I believe that is. It's very cool. You have like the sand green torso, helmet, and legs. Only came in that one battle pack set. I believe I just have the helmet and the legs for it. I could never find the torso, so I just have an incomplete version of this minifigure. But I do think it's pretty cool. I'm going to put this one in B tier as well. This next one, though, is very, very cool. It's the Bomb Squad Trooper. This one also came in one set. Two of them came in a battle pack. Very, very cool minifigure. Not extremely pricey either on the aftermarket, which is very cool. I love this one. This is so unique. I'm going to put this one up in A tier. This is one I would love to have in my collection at some point. But this next one, we have the Phase 1 Rex with the antenna instead of the visor. This one I think is very cool as well. I'm going to put this one in A tier, even though it really isn't different than the other one. But I do think it's more accurate with the antenna. But anyway, this next one we have the Shadow ARF Trooper. This one was a May 4th promo back in the day. This one goes for a lot on the aftermarket as well. Personally, I don't really see the hype for this one. I don't really care for it. I don't know much about it either. But I do think it looks very cool. Am I ever going to buy one? Probably not, but I'm going to put it in B tier. It's a very cool black style clone trooper. This next one, though, we have Phase 1 Wolf. This is a very cool one as well. Another very pricey one as well. Really cool sand blue printing on the helmet and the arms and the torso. So I'm going to put this one, I believe, in B tier as well. This next one, it's just one of the Wolfpack Troopers. Again, we need more Wolfpack. Like, we should get more Phase 2 Wolfpack Troopers. We get another one later on the line for a Phase 2, but we haven't got anything recently in LEGO Star Wars sets, and I think we really do. But this Wolfpack Trooper, I'm going to put you in A tier, I believe. I do like the way that one looks quite a bit. The printing and stuff is pretty much the same as Commander Wolf. I believe there is some different stuff on the helmet, but it is very cool. Next one, we have another Phase 1 Cody. I'm not going to rank this one because it's pretty much the same as the other ones. But this next one, we have the ARC Trooper. The only ARC Trooper I believe we've ever gotten in LEGO. Has that really nice exclusive helmet, has that really nice pauldron and the comma. It looks so, so good. I'm going to put this one in S tier. We need more ARC Troopers in LEGO. Come on, you guys. Give us a green one. Give us a dark green ARC Trooper. I would be so happy. I would buy so many of them. LEGO, if you're watching this, please do that. But anyways, the next one we have here is from the same battle pack. It's the ARF Trooper. Don't really care for this one that much. It is a cool looking minifigure, but I think I'm going to put it in B tier. This next one, though, is the clone. I believe it's Sergeant. It's the olive green one. I don't really like this one that much. I don't know, I just don't like the color that much for him. So I'm going to put him in C tier. I'm not really sure the origins of this one as well. This might have been the one that came in the battle pack with the Droidicas, but I'm not really sure. But anyways, this next one from, I believe this was 2013. This one came in the ARC 170 with Ponkrell, I believe, the 501st Trooper. This one does look really cool. I like the helmet on this one. So I'm going to put this one in B tier. The torso and legs aren't anything new, but I do love that helmet so much. That's a very cool one. But this next clone trooper we have here is based off the movies. This is one of the first ones we had based off, Attack of the Clones, the movie, since we had the different helmet mold and everything. And I don't know, something about the helmets, like the mouth the vents and stuff. Some minifigures I love it, and some I kind of hate it. This one I really don't know where to put it. Like, I kind of flip flop in between which style I like between the Clone Wars and Attack of the Clones. And right now I'm kind of feeling D tier. I don't know. Sometimes it changes though. But anyways, we have next the original Phase 2 501st Clone Trooper. This is a very, very cool minifigure. It came out in 2013 as well. It came out in the AT-RT with Master Yoda, which is a very cool set, very expensive for a long time, until we got that 501st Battle Pack and we got more 501st Clone Troopers. I'm going to close that ad, it's kind of annoying, but this is a very cool one. I do think there's a better version of this, and we'll get to that later, so I'm going to put this one in D tier. Alright, and this next one is a big one. This is the 2013 original Phase 2 Captain Rex. This one is probably going to be controversial, but I don't think this minifigure is that good. It doesn't have the helmet holes. You can't put the rangefinder on there. A lot of people say this one's more accurate than the one we got this year, but I disagree. People complain about the ammo patch, or the ammo pouch on the new one. They say it's too big. I don't think it is. We saw Rex in Ahsoka, so we know that they are pretty large. This one I don't think is that good. I wish the new one had the waist cape, but that's really the only thing I like about this one. So I'm going to put this one in, I think, D tier. I don't think this one is worth the price that it is on the aftermarket. It's like $200, $300 for this one. I don't think that's worth it. Go buy the new one. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's that good. I think it's definitely overhyped, kind of like Cloud City Boba Fett. That one is very, very overhyped for a minifigure. But anyways, the next one we have here is the 212th Clone Trooper. This one came out around the same time as Captain Rex, I think 2013, 2014. I don't think this one's that good either. I don't know why they went with this color. It's not accurate at all. It's a lighter orange than what we've gotten. It looks more like the 212th. Or not the 212th, the 322nd? No, that's not it. It looks more like the ones from Felucia, Commander Bly's Clone Troopers. I'm forgetting what their battalion is right now, but I don't think it's that accurate, so I'm going to put this one in C tier. If they just called it the different Legion, it would have been better, but they called it the 212th for some reason, and it does not look like the 212th at all. Anyways, this next one is from, I believe it's from like a book or the Yoda Chronicles. I'm not too sure what this minifigure is supposed to be, the origins of it and whatnot. So I don't really know where to put this one. It is a nice looking minifigure. You have the Stormtrooper helmet in the blue, and the blue torso and the blue legs. They look very nice. I'm going to put this one, I think, in C tier. It's not that bad of a minifigure. I just don't know anything about it. This next one, though, is the 2013-2014 Clone Pilot. This one came out in a microfighter, I believe, the microfighter gunship. And I do think this one is kind of better than the Clone Wars style one, so I'm going to put this one, I think, in B tier. Would have been nice to get some leg printing on that one, though. But they really weren't doing a whole lot of leg printing for Clone Troopers, especially the Phase 1s back in those days. But anyways, the next one we have is the Clone Sergeant. I believe this one also came in a battle pack. The next one came out for a May 4th promo, I think. I don't know, I mixed these ones up quite a bit, but this is a very cool one. I like the dark red. I'm going to put this one in B tier right next to that ARF Trooper. This next one, I believe this one is the Clone Lieutenant. I mix them up all the time. They look too similar for me. I don't know. I keep forgetting what is what, but I like this one a lot. I'm going to put this one up in A tier. Still not a whole lot in S tier. We got to work on that. This next one is a Clone Commando, I believe. This one came out in a book. I do have this one. I just don't know really anything about it, and I don't really care about it that much. I'm going to put it in E tier just because I don't really care. The next one, though, we have the Scout Trooper. This is one that I've kind of it's kind of grown on me the past few years. This one came out in a handful of sets. It's based off Kashyyyk. Actually, no, I don't have this one. I have the one that came out later, but they are very, very similar. I actually think they might be the same. I don't know, but this is a very cool one. I'm going to put this one in B tier as well. This Kashyyyk regular clone trooper, I'm going to put this one in A tier. I like this one a lot. I do have this one. I got it in one of the very first Star Wars sets I got, actually, the Spider Droid. It was the big one. It came with Master Yoda. I remember I got that at Toys R Us back in like 2014, 2015. I bought it mostly because of Yoda. I really wanted the Yoda minifigure. Came with the Kashyyyk Trooper as well. Came with some battle droids. Came with the little dwarf spider droid as well. That was a really cool one. I remember going to my hotel and everything. I opened up the bag with Yoda in it, and I built him because I couldn't wait to have the Yoda minifigure. Like, I just tried to seal up the rest of the bags, and I built the rest when I got home. That's a really fond memory, and I believe, that's the same minifigure that came with that set. So, that might be a reason why it's higher than some of the other stuff on here, because I have a memory with it. But it's a very fond memory I like to think about sometimes. Anyways, we have the 212th Clone Trooper. This one came out in a battle pack. Kind of pricey one nowadays, especially the helmet, because it does look better than the one that we see later on. I wish they got the printing right. I don't really care about the helmet holes. I just wish they got that printing right. Anyways, this is a very cool one as well. I am going to put this one, I think, in B tier. This next one is a very expensive one as well. This is one of the Recon Troopers, or I'm not really sure what the official name is. These guys look very cool, and we see another version of him later on from the Grievous Starfighter. This is a very cool minifigure. I do like the newer one more, though, so I'm going to put this one, I think, in D tier. We have something better for him coming up. This next one, though, we have the 91st Trooper. Some people say this is Commander Neo. I'm not sure if that's true, or if it's just a regular member of the 91st. But it is a very cool version of the minifigure. We haven't really seen much from the 91st Legion, but I'm going to put this one in A tier. I'm going to put him right next to the other 91st Trooper. It does look very cool. Let's see, the next one we have Commander Gree. This is the only Gree that's on here. I thought we got another version of Phase 2 Gree. It might just not be on here. But again, this is a very cool looking minifigure. You have the gray helmet with the dark green accents and stuff, the green visor. Very, very cool. For a while, I wasn't really too keen on the Kashyyyk Troopers. The past 2 years or so, they've really been growing on me. I'd love to get more Kashyyyk Troopers, but they are just so expensive. But I'm going to put this one in S tier as well. Very cool, unique looking minifigure. Next, we have the Clone Shock Trooper. This is not the new version. This is the one from 2014. This one came in the Coruscant Escape set. I think that's what it is. It's the one with the really cool Coruscant shuttle with Ahsoka and Anakin. Very, very cool. I believe it was a Toys R Us exclusive. I never got it, but I like this minifigure a lot. We do have the newer Shock Trooper, though. I do think that one's kind of better than this one, but I'm going to put this one up in B tier. Next, we have the Wolfpack Trooper. This is the Phase 2 version, of course. I'm not too sure which set this came in, but I do think it's very cool nonetheless. I'm going to put this one all the way up in S tier. If I can get my mouse up there. There, it's in S tier. We got 5 minifigures up there now, but let's see if we can add some more. This next one is the original Phase 2 regular Clone Trooper. This one came in that Turbo Tank Microfighter back in 2014. This again was a very exclusive, very expensive minifigure to have a lot of at the time. It came in a $10 set, so army building it was kind of expensive. If you wanted 5, you had to pay like $50 for them. Getting one in one set for $10 wasn't the greatest army building opportunity, and they did become quite a bit on the aftermarket for a long time until we got the new Phase 2 regular Clone Troopers. So I do think nowadays this one isn't as, I don't know, as good since we got the newer ones, so I'm going to put it down in D tier as well. The next one we have this Geonosian Scout Trooper. This one also came in a battle pack, I think. I believe these two came together. This is a very cool one. Very unique minifigures we haven't seen in a while. I'm going to put this one up in A tier. This next one, though, I'm going to put this one up in S tier. It's the same type of clone trooper, like the same Legion. I think this one just looks better. But anyways, what do we have next here? Looks like we have an updated version of the clone pilot. How different is it from the other one, though? It's kind of different. I'm going to put this one up in A tier. Okay, this next one we have another clone pilot. I'm not sure what the difference was between the last one. They look very similar. This one does have leg printing though, so I do think this one's better. So I'm going to put this one up in, I think this is still going to be B tier. I don't know. It's too similar, I think. The leg printing does add to the minifigure. I don't know. Not really feeling it, but the next two came in the Senate Commando Battle Pack. This one really did upset quite a few fans because before this, the Senate Commando was exclusive to a set, and then they put it in a cheaper set. So, I don't know. This is all very reminiscent of the new Phase 2 Captain Rex stuff. So I think that's kind of funny. But anyways, I'm going to put the one in charge in B, and I'm going to put the just regular one up in A. So that's where I'm going to put those two. I do like these ones more because they do have the leg printing. The other ones didn't, so I think that adds to the minifigure. This next one we have, is that another clone lieutenant? Or did I just miss the other one? Yeah, it's the same thing. This one might have been the May 4th promo. I'm not really sure. But I'm going to put this one up in A tier as well. Actually, I'm going to move this one down now that I know that there's two. I'm going to put that one down there. So I'm going to switch that up a little bit. This next one came in the Clone Republic Fighter Tank from 2016. Came with Ayla Secura, a very cool one, very expensive set now on the aftermarket. I remember I got this one for my birthday that year, and that was a very cool one to put together. It's very similar to the one that we got from the ATTE, but I think I'm going to put this one in C tier. No, that's B. C tier right there. This next one also came out around the same time. I think I got this set for my birthday as well. It came in the Jedi and Clone Trooper Battle Pack. That one Battle Pack was not very good, like at all. It came with Kiadi Mundi and Barriss Offee, and then 2 Clone Troopers. It was not a good Battle Pack. You couldn't really army build Kiadi Mundi. But it did come with these 2 Clone Troopers, which is very cool. I only got one of the set, but I'm going to put this one in C tier, just because I do think it's cool that we got some more of those, but in the battle pack that it came in was not very good. This next one came out in 2019. This one came out in the Kashyyyk, I don't remember what the name was, but it came with the ATRT. It was for the 20th anniversary. It came with the Darth Vader. A very, very cool set. It came with a Wookiee as well. I like this minifigure a lot. I have a lot of nostalgia for those sets. I remember I was able to get those sets early. I found them early at Walmart, so I got that one and the Anakin's Pod Racer early. Another really fond memory. I love the 20th anniversary sets. I'm going to put this one up in A tier. Next, we have the 2 minifigures from the 501st Battle Pack in 2020. Man, this was a good battle pack. Let's see, what am I going to do with you, Jet Trooper? I think I'm going to put the Jet Trooper up in B tier. I do think it's a very, very cool minifigure. I like the helmet. I like the torso. I love the jetpack that it came with. Now for the 501st Clone Trooper, I'm gonna put you, I think, in A tier. The one thing that could have made this minifigure great was adding blue arms. I know it's not super accurate, but I do like the colored arms on my clone troopers. That's something I've done in the past, and with almost all my clone troopers, I added orange arms to my 212, red arms to my Coruscant Guard. It kind of just brings back a bit of that feeling from, the early 2010s with the clone troopers we got back then. I just don't think the white arms really, really look that good, so I like adding a bit of the color to them. Anyways, next we have the 332nd Clone Trooper from the AAT. This is a very cool one as well. I love the helmet on there. I'm going to put this one in A tier as well. We don't see the ones from the battle pack in this tier list though. It's a bit older, so not going to see that here. And now we have the 212th Clone Trooper from General Grievous' Starfighter. I think I'm going to put this one in, let's see, B tier. I think it's very cool. I like the waist cape. I like the newer face print they used. I think it's just a very nice minifigure. Next here we have the Clone Commander, or the Clone Captain. This one came out in that little set, the one with the two regular clone troopers. Came out in the gunship and the advent calendar. I don't really know how I feel about this one. I think I'm going to put this one in C tier though. It's a very cool minifigure. This really isn't my thing. Next we have all the members of the Bad Batch. And looking back, I feel like 2020 was a great year for Clone Troopers. We got the 501st Battle Pack, we got the 332nd Clone Trooper, and of course we got the Bad Batch and their shuttle. I think all of these minifigures are so great. I think I'm going to put them all in S tier. We have Hunter here. They all are just so unique, and they have different face prints and everything. They all just look so cool. I love the primarily gray design for them and their armor. I think that's very cool. I love Wrecker's helmet. It uses the Iron Man style helmet from the comics. It has that nice 99 on the top. They all have different face prints, which is great. They didn't cheap out on any of these minifigures, which I think is just fantastic. Tech, you have that brand new exclusive helmet mold. We're probably never going to see that helmet used again. I don't think they're going to make any more Bad Batch sets anytime soon. If they are, they missed out on the hype for Season 3. They could have given us, the new versions of their armor where they repainted them. They could have given us an older version of Crosshair from the beginning of the show. But they didn't do any of that, which is, I think, is kind of unfortunate. I'm very happy to have all these minifigures in my collection, though. I remember I bought the Bad Batch shuttle on clearance. I found it at like a second-hand discount store. So, really happy I was able to get it. I got it for like $50, which was not bad. I love the Crosshair minifigure. I love having the black Storm Clone Trooper armor. Looks kind of like the ARF Trooper, but better. Love the face print they gave him. I think these are just all very cool looking minifigures. So unique in their own ways. And even, Echo was the first Clone Trooper to ever have arm printing, and I think that is very cool. Very deserving of that as well. Unfortunately, we didn't get the waist cape for him, but we got that exclusive face print too, and they even made him, the different skin tone to match like how pale he is in the show. All of these minifigures are just so well done, so much detail on them, and I think it's fantastic. Anyway, the next one we have here is the Clone Trooper that came in the Clone Command Station with that commander. This is a very cool one as well. I think I'm going to put him up in B tier just because I do think, there are better versions of this minifigure. Next, though, we have the 187th Clone Troopers from Mace Windu's Republic Fighter Tank. Again, this was a very cool set. One that I'm very fortunate to have 3 of this set. So I do have a handful of these minifigures, which is very cool. I love the regular Clone Trooper for him. Not really crazy about the commander. I think it's kind of hard to have multiple of them, but I'm going to put the commander up in A tier. Again, getting purple Clone Troopers is just so cool. I love getting different color clones, like purple clones, green clones. I think all that stuff is very cool. We get a ton of 501st and stuff nowadays anyways. Seeing anything other than that is very cool. So I'm going to put the regular 187th clone in S tier. And we only have like 3 clone troopers left. We have Phase 2 Commander Cody, we have the 212th clone trooper, and we have the clone gunner, all from the ATTE from 2022. These are all very, very nice clone troopers. I think I'm going to put the Phase 2 Commander Cody. I'm thinking either A tier or S tier. I think I'm going to stick with A. I think it's a very cool minifigure. Of course, they introduced the new helmet mold. Love or hate it, it was necessary for this minifigure. And it had an exclusive face print as well, which was very, very cool. It had the scar and everything on the side of his forehead. We have the 212 here. I think because they messed up the helmet, I think I'm going to put it in B tier. I'm going to put it right next to that one. I think it could have been a lot better if they just fixed the helmet. I'm not talking about the helmet holes. I'm talking about how they downshifted the helmet. The printing on there, it's supposed to have that arrow, but they just didn't do it. They falsely advertised it on the box as well. I wish they didn't do that. I wish they would have fixed it. But I digress. A lot of people have already talked about that stuff. And here is the last minifigure. We have the Phase 2 Gunner. I really like this one as well. I think it is better than the one that we saw in that set. It's a lot more detailed, has better leg printing. I'm going to put this one in B tier, slightly above it. And we do have some extras down here that are pretty much the same as the ones I already put on the tier list, but I didn't really want to rank them again. But yeah, here is everything that I ranked. Like I said, I don't think there's really a bad minifigure per se. I just think there are some that are better than others. Like there are better versions of all of these minifigures up here. And up here at the S tier, I'm really happy with the way this came out. Actually, no, I'm going to put Commander Neo in S tier as well. But yeah, I think I'm kind of content with the way this looks. Yeah, I think I'm happy with the way I ranked all these. So at the S tier, we have a bunch of green clone troopers. We have like different variants and everything, different colors. We have some different unique variants and stuff here too. A lot of just the basic kind of army builders throughout here. And yeah, I think I'm pretty satisfied with this. But let me know what you guys think about my tier list in the comments down below. If you would change anything, if you think there's something that I put way too low or way too high on there, let me know. I love hearing what you guys have to say about my videos. And as always, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm getting very close to 500 subscribers, and it would mean the world to me if you guys subscribed. And check out some of my other videos if you would like to. I make a lot of content around the clone troopers. I know you guys love the clone content that I produce. They are some of my best videos that performance-wise, they get a lot of views and everything. So I want to make more clone content for you guys. That's why I'm doing stuff like this. But with all that said, hope you guys are having a great day. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I don't post anything on TikTok, but I have one. But you guys can follow me on Instagram and join my Discord if you guys haven't already. I gotta get better at posting and interacting with you guys on there. I just kind of keep forgetting because it's very small, very quiet. But anyways, if you guys are new here, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.